Hello, everybody. Hi. How's it going? I'm gonna do a thing. We're gonna swap over to the lav mic real quick. Oh, it's already on. Which means one would oh. There we go. Hello. I'm using the lav mic now. This stream will possibly have me moving around a lot more, so the lav mic is going to be obviously what we want, so you can hear me when I'm walking away. And this will also give me just a little bit more room, since I can now get that microphone out of the way and open up more desk space. Okay. Where the hell did we leave off? Let me look here. So the next part is the bed. Now, I got hardware for the bed. That came in. So we are ready to tackle the bed. Where did I put the Prusa hardware? If I can find the Prusa hardware, then we are ready to tackle the bed. Here it is. Okay. Does this have the spacer I need? My brain was just going, oh, I can just print it if I don't have it. No, I know I can't. I need that spacer. Okay. I don't see it. So I have to go look in the bins for the spacer. But hey, hi Medic Vince, TJL, Raj, Robin, what's up? Okay. Behind the curtains over here, I think I saw the pin in one of these. Let's see. Nope. No. Magnet. No. I think I'm pretty positive I have something. That's Z-axis. That's general accessories, which I will need later at some point. That, oh, I will need that. Let's see, spares. I don't see the standoff and the spares thing. I have something somewhere. So we will look at it. Also, any news on the Prusawire t-shirt? What do you mean? It's on the site. You can go buy the Prusawire t-shirt right now. We uploaded it the night we finished it. Like, on stream, at the same time. So, if you want the Prusawire t-shirt, you can go grab it. Also, yes, Stuart, a live stream at a somewhat reasonable time. It's a shocker. Alright, I gotta dig through these bags here. These are a bunch of leftover parts from Prusa's. And in one of these is the parts that we're looking for. Oh, need those cage nuts. Yeah, that's not trash. I got a lot of hardware. Ah, here we are. Found all of them. Hey Jim, how's it going? Okay, yeah, this has all the spacers that we need. Wonderful. And this will have all the power cables that we need as well. Though I don't need these. Wait. Yes, I do. I need a set of these. Which ones? So the ones that are the exact same length are not necessary. I think it's these red ones. Yes. These go to the power supply. This one goes to the main board. So, we'll just put everything else to the side for now. Don't need that. Okay. So, cage nuts, there we are. Okay, so real quick, I need to make sure that the spacers are the same height as these cage nuts. Otherwise, we're gonna have to find a different spacer. The answer is no. They are not the same height. Okay, so let's see here. Is there just one that's taller? No, these are all MK3 spacers. So what should or can I do? So if I install this, it's just gonna cause problems. I don't believe that my KB3D parts came with anything explicitly to assist with this. I could be wrong, and I could just have overlooked them. Not, yeah, the mid plate spacer. I'm double checking to see if it is included in the KB3D BOM. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Which, if it's not, that is on my team to ensure that it is available. I'm not seeing it. I found spares on MK4 spares bag. Also found some nylon spacers that are the right size. Okay, yeah, it was not in the KB3D bag. Of note, we are working on updating the printed parts to fit the square nuts that come with the KB3D kit. Okay, you just aired out, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Filament 2, figured. Because filament 2 is on the end of its spool right now, it just keeps, I'm just gonna leave it out. It's the problem child. Okay, so you're saying it was an MK4S spare bag. That's bad news bears for me because I don't think I kept any of my MK4S spare bag. Let me check. I have a Prusa box back here. Nope. That's the tools. Alright, okay, I know I have a spare bag somewhere. Let me go hunt. I just have to find a spare bag but MK4, which I have had multiple MK4S kits, so I should have a spare bag somewhere. I have no idea if you guys can still hear me, but I'm going to talk like you can. because that's how entertainment works, right? I don't know. It's not like I do this for a living. No? Where could it be? Where would I have put spare bags? I genuinely don't know where I would have put one. No. No. It would really suck if I had to order that. Oh, wait. Wait. These are printed parts, but where there's printed parts, there should be spares, right? So far, no. Oh, hold up. Buffer MMU. This is, okay, fasteners. I found all my MMU hardware. Is it in here? Oh, wow, I found all of my MMU hardware. That's kind of embarrassing considering I just bought a whole thing of MMU hardware. Okay, so I found a giant box of spare hardware. Which doesn't help me at all. Oh. What's this? Nope. No, but how the hell have you had 3 MK4S kits and you failed to store any of them, any of the spare kits, in any logical placement whatsoever? How is this a fallacy? Oh my god. I have failed myself. My past self has failed my future self in a way that I don't think we have, well, actually, it's not new at all. This has happened so many times in the past. Let's be real. I mean, I could bring this box out that has so many fasteners in here and probably has the bag that I'm looking for. But then half the stream is going to be me digging through this box. So what happens when builds are done? I just toss MK4 parts or enemy. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this is a problem. Allie, I don't want to hear it right now. My cat's just yelling at me. Like, yeah, I know. I fucked up. And I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm not sure if any of what was said was heard. Yep. Yeah, okay. That was all heard. So here's my idea that no one else should do. But I'm going to. because I guess I hate myself, and that is, I'm going to take one of these, and we are going to build it up. Let me move us over to live screen here. Oh, forgot to hit the live button. Okay, so we're gonna build up one of these to be the same height as this. What does that entail? You might wonder. That either entails a good handful of washers and shims, or alternatively, a nut. I don't know which route I hate more, or which one I'm going to go down just yet. That is what we will explore together. So let me just dig around here a little bit. I have... Ah, look at this. Positron spare parts bag. With a ton of shims. Look at that. Yeah, we're going down this route. Oh boy. Alright. This is the path we're doing. We are shimming this to be of appropriate size. I mean, what is a spacer if not just a ton of, you know, shims just mashed together into a single cylinder? Right? The question is, how many cylinders until these are of equal height? That is an ultimate question that we will be asking ourselves here. What? Oh. Okay, I gotta figure out a place to put this where it won't magnetically attach everything in the world. Okay. Thank you, LDO, for providing me with that kit. It just so happened to have a ton of shims. Okay. So... well, let's use an M3. Ella's not even going to comment. Listen, I will purchase the correct spacer and proceed to not have this problem at a later date. I hate that I'm doing this, but it looks like 4 shims is exactly what I need. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you have the correct spacer before you attempt this. Don't do what I'm doing. Also, hello, Ella. Yep, that is literally the exact size. It is perfect. It is exact. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing. I will be ordering the spacer that I need. Oh, no. Yeah, this is going to be a cursed build, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to be one of those builds. Okay. Thankfully, the rest of this, I do know what I'm doing. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, so bring up you, and we're gonna shrink that down. Okay. So the screw that is, let's hide this. So the screw that's behind there, that is a lovely MCS 12.9 along boy. Okay, so bed assembly. Okay, yeah, so I need a 3.1 by 6 by 8 millimeter. And that is a 3 by 16 flat head screw. question is, do I have that out already? And I'm pretty sure one of these would work, but I don't want to do that. M3 by 14. CAD says M3 by 16. Oh, okay. Okay. Ah. Gotcha. Then I will try the ones that come with the kit. Or that come with the Prusa kit. Let me double check the length of these. That's a by 12. That is short. Okay, yeah, that's short 2 mil, so no bueno. Let's see here. Where could I have put these screws while searching for all the other ones? Okay, let's see here. Ah, okay. Okay, I need these. I'm pretty sure I need these for the bed assembly. So I'll put them to the side. If I'm recalling my MK4S build correctly. Those are button head M3x16s. Ah, here they are. Found them. Listen. Listen. I'm trying to keep everything in the bag so that if I need to find a screw, it's in the bag. But I have also been failing in keeping things in the bag. Okay. There we go. Where the bag? Oh. And as this build comes along, the entirety of the desk will get cleaned. So there's that. Okay. Where is... Here it is. Hello. This is going to hurt me more than anything. Oh, wait. Can't do that just yet. Right. Let's see here. Yeah, these are the M3 by 6, I believe. Yeah, so the top... Yes, so I was right. Where did I put them? Okay. Yes, the by 6s. And where are they? Where are they? Where are they? I just had them in my hands. Oh, did I already put them there? Yes, I did. There we go. Okay. So, do this the Prusa way. First, I gotta remember which driver actually fits in them. Put that aside, don't want to throw it away. Is it you? Yeah, buddy. Alright, so just pop those in, a couple threads. Don't tell me you just erred. Oh, no, you're working. Yeah, Ella ran at this project at 100 miles an hour. And, Maybe I should have been less like, I you're an adult and you can manage your own time. But maybe I should have spoken up at some point. I think I did a couple times, but yeah, Ella steamrolled this as quickly as she could, and honestly, still, I believe that she did a phenomenal job. Ah, that too. Thankfully, I am an adult that knows how to fix this. Speaking of fix, stop clogging! Both of you. I cannot wait till I swap out this filament. Oh my god. Oh, you're actually using it. Okay. One. There we go. Okay. And you are getting annoying. No, you weren't successful in that. So I'm trying to print a giant sword from Hollow Knight. And so I have to babysit this for a few more hours. Oh yeah, that chewed up. I'm trying to get this sword done for Printopia. Because originally I got into 3D printing because I wanted to cosplay. And well, needless to say, I went on one hell of a side quest in that endeavor. You know, when I got into 3D printing, designing printers never really was on my radar. Making cool swords was. And I haven't made the cool swords part yet. So this is the first time I'm making like a proper sword. And I'm really excited for it because I'm short, and so is the knight from Hollow Knight. So yeah. Prusawire is no more. I am so glad that we were able to get you a Prusawire, or not Prusawire, sorry, an MK4S. When I messaged Mickey, I was like, "Hey, bud, great friend of mine is going through some burnout, and she just needs a very reliable machine." And I was like, "Is there anything we can do?" And he said, absolutely, without any hesitation. And we were able to get an upgrade kit sent out to Ella right away. And I was so happy that we were able to do that. One of the things I try not to do as someone that works for Printed Solid is I try not to ask much of my privilege. So like I really. I have the ability, obviously, to ask up the chain and whatnot. I try not to. But I felt as though that was a necessary thing. And Mickey has been infatuated with the Prusawire. So much so that I need to figure out how to get this to Prague to show Mickey, if he's not going to be at Printopia. I have to ask if he's going to be at Printopia. I'm not entirely sure if he will be. But I know that Mickey has been in love with this project ever since he saw it. And yeah, he's just super, super happy knowing that he was able to help. All right, so... Ooh, did I do this wrong? Hold on. It's facing that way. One of the things that we do when we actually build the MK4Ss here in the States is we have to make sure that all of these are facing the same orientation. So, for example, this cage nut slides on like this, so it slides on this way, and it can't be removed going this way. So, since that's facing this way, all of them have to face counterclockwise. Do I? Uh-oh. Hold on. I have a bag of Allen keys. Okay. Oh yeah, Prusa Connect is so good. I feel like it's definitely one of those underrated features of Prusa, of the Prusa ecosystem. It's good. Are you the right size? Yes, perfect. There are some interesting bugs with Prusa Connect that I know are still being worked on. I was so excited just yesterday to find out that PTZ controls have been added to the web version of Prusa Connect. I know that they were added on the mobile version for what's it called? Wait a minute. Wait, do you guys hear the music at all? Let me know if you do. I'm just realizing that I don't think that element has been brought over. If you know music, okay, so that element was not brought over. Here, let me fix that. Let me know if that's appropriate in terms of audio and volume. Keep an eye and make sure that that is a good volume. There we go. Expansion joints are installed. Okay. Now you... This is going to be real fun. I just dropped that spacer. Let the fun begin, I guess. Where did that go? Maybe a smidge too loud? Okay. Let me know how that is. Where did that spacer go? I have plenty of spares if I don't want to get on my knees, which I really don't right now. All right, we're just going to use a spare. Hopefully I didn't drop any other things with that. Where's my... Oh. There we go. I was really tempted to play the Silk Song OST, because I've been addicted to Silk Song lately. Okay. Yep, that is the right height and length. Where did I put the screw? There it is. Found it. Okay. So... Ooh. So this is from an MK3, but the cable style is of an MK4. It has the MK3 connector though, so that is good. Where did that go? It wouldn't be a Nomad's Galaxy build without a little bit of jank. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jank Zone. I'm your host, Nomad. There's like a little bit of flex, and I'm not sure if that's just like I lost a couple spacers when I did that. Okay. So I need at least 2 additional spacers on that stack. Oh boy. Where did I put those washers? Everyone thinking what I'm thinking right now, which is clean your desk, Nomad. See, I will be doing that, but I also have to get more of this build done. So, yeah, okay, that's 3 spacers. I just need 2. Okay. I do. I do. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. It's just like my... I lost one. It's just like my Switchwire. So we're gonna do it just the way we did a moment ago, where we're gonna put the stack onto the bed, first and foremost. There we go. Just like that. All right. There we go. Okay. Now we just shimmy the way into the center. Just like that. Fuck. It is 1 spacer too tall. People are cringing, and I can tell. And I feel like Ella is absolutely in the cringe camp right now. I am so sorry, Ella. I am so sorry. Have a good one, Ella. I will let you know how this chaos turns out in the morning. Yeah, you certainly can't, but you can always make me feel bad for the decisions I made. Have a good night, Ella. Did I? Did I say no to a stack of washers? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not using a stack of washers. I am by no way using a stack of washers right now. I'm using a stack of shims. I'm gonna get crucified. Okay. Nylon, any ones that are inherently squishy, I do highly recommend against. Shims would be better if it's your only option. I'm not getting away with this, let me be clear. Hey, guess what? That's actually the perfect height now. I'm going to hell. Yeah, I wish I could find that bag. I'll find it. I just forgot about it entirely because I was like, oh yeah, I have the spacer from the MK3. That'll be fine, right? Nope. Oh, and I forgot these are magnetic. We may want to recommend these not be ferrous, because this is a pain in the ass. I bet you what's going to happen is I'm going to build this. This is going to work flawlessly, and I'm never going to ever revisit this, ever. And just, you know, there'll be a point of shame in this build. Just permanently inside this printer. Forever. I know myself pretty well to know that I am not likely to redo this. Okay, I need the bed parts. So I need this. Why do I have... Oh yeah, because it... Right. Wait, why did I print two of these? I'll never know, I guess. I printed two of them. Lucky. Yeah, I printed two of those for some reason. No idea why. It'll be part of the printer's uniqueness. That is one way to say it. I think what I'll do, just so we don't scratch this bed, you know, I'm gonna use... What do I want to use? I have this MK3. Yeah, you know what? Does this not say MK4 on it? This is a nice new sheet. Yeah, we're gonna use my gross smooth PEI bed. just as a protection. There we go. Now we can't scratch the bed. There we go. Okay, this is looking weird. This is looking so weird. Alright, so this will go right here. So what I need is it's nylock nuts that we use, if I recall correctly. Where did I put the bed cables? I had them here a moment ago. Where did I put those? I have the power supply cables to my left here. So where did I put... Ah. Hi Skyrim, welcome. Here are the ones. So these go here. Let's adjust our view here. Okay, so hide this and hide that. Oh, there's two there, that's why. Okay. So, in the bottom of this printed part, should be two nuts. Two nylock nuts, preferably. Which... here are some nylocks. I'm gonna put my Space Mouse over there. That gives me just a little bit more room. Okay, and then it looks like this uses some button head. I don't know where that is. Okay, that's M3 by 8. And then the other one should be what? M3 by 10? Yes, M3 by 10 BHCS. Okay, so those are my M3 by 8s. So now I need my M3 by 10s. At some point, I'm gonna have to step away to get food. Just a heads up. Not anytime soon, but at some point. It will be a quick run. But just giving you that heads up in advance. My family is making dinner, and they're having guests over. I'm not participating with the guests, but they're making homemade pizza, and I want that. Okay, M3 by 10 BHCS is what I'm looking for. I think I may have taken them out already and put them off to the side. Let me put the nylock nuts back. Yes, M3 by 10s. So we need 2 of these. Actually, it looks like we need 3 of these. Food? Not allowed unless you fix the spacer on the bed. I have to eat between now and Monday. That is a necessary thing for me to do. Okay, this gets a bunch of hex. Oh wait, yeah. Well, there's some nylocks in here that I could use, but I won't be using those. I'm going to use the KB3D nylocks. hex, but this has some hex pieces that I can use. One. Two. Three. Okay, there we go. All right, and then the other one, let's move it over here. Now at this point, we're gonna grab a set of tools from the MK, from the Prusas. So Prusa gives you this stamp tool, which is actually extremely useful. So essentially, you want to find the one that fits the nuts, which is this one. Press that up. Get it locked in there, and then you can tighten that down. Trust me when I say that's going to be so much easier than grabbing a pair of pliers and doing the same thing. There we go. Just like that. Now, actually, let's take this off real quick. I'm just going to go ahead and put these in. Just like that. All right, now I take this again. Oop, didn't let me grab that. And slide that up. Through there. Now we grab this one. We insert that. And there we go. Now we want to grab a nylon sleeve, which I believe I have somewhere. Where did I put them? Put them somewhere. Were they in any of these Prusa bags? Did I not grab? No, I didn't. Okay. Do I have a thing with nylon sleeving? I think I do somewhere. I'll have to buy some nylon sleeving. Okay. for now, we will run without nylon sleeving, but let me look for some black and orange nylon sleeving. Not nylon, but black and orange sleeve. I don't want a magnetic loom, I just want like a really small one. I see like a bunch of half-inch, but half-inch is way too much for what it is that I'm trying to do here. Ooh, this one is like perfectly orange. Oh, that's 8 millimeters. Is 8 millimeters appropriate? I think 8 millimeters is a good size. Oh yeah, that's perfect actually. Ooh, but that won't get here until after Printopia. Wait, here we go. Oh, hey, look at this. Found some that will be here by Tuesday. Perfect. Okay, I will... 32.8 feet, that should be enough. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now we have some Prusa orange sleeving on its way. So, at some point we'll be redoing this with the Prusa orange sleeving. Okay. And I believe this just uses... Okay, this uses M3x8s. Which I put somewhere. Here. No, those are by 10s. Oh, here they are. Put those back into KB3D bag. We will redo this with the appropriate cable sleeving when done. Hey, Safe, what's up? There we go. Not the best in the world, but it works. Okay. The y-axis is done. The entirety of the y-axis is complete. Now, there's some electronics that I'm supposed to put underneath here, which would have been easier if I had waited. But I'm trying to get a lot of the large items out of the way first. Because once we get to the electronics, I have to do a lot of crimping. So, yeah. Did you find more stickers? No, I didn't. Again, the only stickers I had were in that bag, and they're all currently over here on the right. That is underneath this overlay. Which I should probably, like, think about getting rid of that overlay. It's not very useful. It's blocking up a decent chunk of space. But anyway. Alright, the next part is going to be XZ. It's gonna be fun, considering I don't have any instructions. But let's look at this here. Okay. So let's start on the right, just because that's directly in front of me. Okay. I have the printed parts here. The rods are also behind me, but we'll get to that later. So let's use this explode function to pop this apart a bit. Okay, so there's heat set insert somewhere. Okay. I wish I could move objects. Like, that would be nice. Okay, so we have a heat set insert here. Alright, so screws go in. Okay, so it goes. Alright, so this attaches here. Okay. Question is, what attaches first? Okay, so this attaches first to here. The mat you can get from KB3D. Use the affiliate link in the description if you want to get 5% off your first order from KB3D. Okay. So this doesn't look like it takes any heat set inserts, right? No, there's one. Right there. Okay, so it does get one. It's one heat set insert. Okay. Orange part gets one. Yeah, right here, right? No. Okay, yeah. One. I don't see heat set insert in the orange part. I just see it in the black part. What are you talking about? This one does not get a heat set insert, according to the CAD here. Just this. Did both of you stop? Really? I'm gonna do something I'm gonna regret, but it's a necessary evil. And that is I'm gonna cut off a meter of this filament. Oh shoot, that came off. That's not supposed to come off. How did that happen? That wasn't supposed to come off. How did that happen? Okay. I'm so nervous about running multi-day prints. Alright, we're good. Oh, that's why it's having issues. It's printing at 225. This is white. This needs to be printed at like 250. Okay. And then you got stuck on filament 2 again. Alright. Turn on the iron. Where did I put all the heat sensors? Uh-oh. Where did I put them all? Found them. No, I don't have a sticker printer. I want to. I'll probably print it at work. Also, I don't have a serial yet. Okay, that's not great, considering I contaminated it a little bit, but it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. Mama Nomad's doing fine. She's doing just fine. Okay. Those heat sets are in. So now this goes onto here, right? Yeah. Alright, I see how this all goes together now. This makes sense. Okay. So I need 3 of these. Already took out 3 of them. Let's put 3 back. It's genius. Yeah, I came up with the idea originally to do a sandwich stack like this. It's the only way to... I did not build the X assembly yet. No, I'm going bottom up, dude. I'll be doing that soon, though. But yeah, I came up with the idea of doing a sandwiched... I'm not sure if... Hold on. I'm pretty sure Ella... I'm not sure if Ella took the idea from me for this motor mount. We had a discussion, something about it. But, yeah, mounting a motor to a frame that already has pre-tapped holes was an interesting challenge to overcome. Ella's solution works great from what I can tell. Mine was an interesting solution. I don't know if she referenced it for this at all. I don't necessarily care if she did or not, because I think the solution she came up with is better than what I did. Like, I came up with something that worked, but the execution was not necessarily great. And that's just the nature of the beast. Okay, there we go. That is on there. Now let's flip it around and do the same to the other side. Let's hold it like this so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. So, what I'm doing is I'm taking the plate and pushing the bolts through preemptively, just like that, and then line the bottom one and thread that in just a little bit, and thread the top right, top left. Once they're all threaded, push on the plate so that it's actually flush with the frame, and this will just help avoid cross-threading as you tighten the rest up. 94, what's up? Welcome. And there we go. Just like that. Okay. So let's see. X-axis. Let's look at X motor. Yep. M3x20 is what's used to actually mount the motor. So we need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Three, 4, and then grab the one that decided to become friends with the magnet underneath. Okay. Here are our XY motors. So it looks like the left motor is going to be this one. There we go. Oh shoot, no. I made a mistake. 4 of these go back. It looks like 2 of them are M3x20s, and then the other 2 are M3x30s. And I just dropped one. Oh, there's Mama Nova. I don't, Mom, you don't need to enter to win free filming. But for those who don't know, we typically open it up towards the end of the stream. So once we're wrapping up the stream is typically when we do that. Okay, so for motor position, Prusa recommends you have it when you're doing this for like the actual Prusa, you do it so this faces the machine. But since this is Prusawire, I'm gonna say have it face inwards. Safe as saying wires down, but yeah, wires down. Put wires down. There is a wire channel literally right there for you to route your cable through. Oh, before I do this, I need... Where the hell is that piece? There it is. Let me just pop these in here real quick. Let me not fling my parts across the entire bed. There we go. Okay. We need to adjust this to the correct height. It's not currently set to the correct height. I just want to pop in and say hello. Hi, Mom. Okay, there we go. You can't really point the connector in any kind of way on these. You just kind of have a direction and have to stick with it. Okay, this is, yeah. Stream always so wholesome. I'm happy that it is. Okay, I'm really hoping I don't have to shave this motor. Perfect, I don't. That worked out perfectly. Alright, and then, so this is my X motor, which means this is my Z motor. I doubt that these are the correct idlers, but that should be fine because I can change that later on my own. Why is that not coming off? Oh, there we go. It's just a little stuck. Oh, that is quite stuck. Okay. Pliers. There we go. All right. Now we just tighten this down. Yeah, if this isn't, if you use the wrong tooth idlers, then your steps will be off a little bit, and you're just gonna have to update that in firmware. That's relatively easy for me to do, considering I kind of know what I'm doing. Also, I know where these idlers came from, so I can just pull that from the printer I pulled it from. These are from the Rook, so I can just pull the actual the config info from there for these specific motors when it comes to like the gearing ratio, and that will work just fine. Okay, so now I need M3 by 30 on the left, and then is it M3 by 20 on the top? What is it? Yes, oh, so I do need 2 more M3 by 20s. Okay, So we're gonna go ahead and pop these in here. LDO is gonna like the fact that there's just their logo sticking out the front. I know Jason will like that. There's one. How do I... Ah. There you go. Not sure if you guys heard that little Slack ping. Oh, I know. I've been getting messages about it. I know that there's a positron presence, and I'm very happy about that. One day I'll make it out there, or one year. Trust me, I really want to go to Orange County Maker Faire. It's a little too far out for me. Like, I already fly out there for a few events, and one, it's a little too close to Printopia for me, so that makes it quite difficult for me to travel to it. Okay, these are M3x30s that I need. And then on top of that, you know, it's for me, it's the complete other side of the country, so it's really, really difficult for me to get out there. Because flights are just expensive. SM by 16, 8. So, trust me, I would love to go, but I would need multiple sponsors. I've had a P1S for like 2 weeks, and goddamn, I didn't realize FDM got so deep. Yeah, FDM printing has really evolved in the past few years. I have myself, I started out with resin printing. I have not turned back at all. 1 second, the Core 1's having problems. Nope, okay, that didn't work, so we have to cut filament. Come on, you've already tried pushing a meter. Bring it back. Yep, restart. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut off the part of this filament that's having the issue. I'm gonna show you guys why it's having this issue. And you'll be able to tell right away exactly what's going on once I do this. Trust me, once I put a new spool on here, I cannot wait. It's a shame, this filament looks so good. It's a spool that we're going to throw away. Because we accidentally used PETG colorant in PLA. I think it looked great, but it is definitely not something that we could sell because PTG colorant in PLA, that's a big no-no. Because it's incompatible material, but it still prints really nicely. It's just we couldn't safely sell it. Oh, that's not going in the right way. Give me a second, guys, sorry. I've been having to babysit this because essentially what's happening is the filament keeps, this spool specifically, the filament keeps twisting. And then it gets to a point where it has twisted so much that it, come on. Come on, just go in. Oh, I just snapped. It has twisted so much that in the MMU itself, oh wow, we're on the last legs of the spool. I am actually really happy to see that. It has twisted so much that it binds up and it essentially breaks in the MMU. And there's not much I can do about that. I'm trying to use up the remainder of the spool. I don't want to just throw it away. Try again, idiot. Okay, there we go. It gets annoying. So, like here, if you see this filament, you can see like this is what was in the MMU, and this is where the problem occurred. It literally twists the filament because there's so much tension that builds up in it, and then it just, yeah, it gets chewed. Have you seen those filament joiners? I have. And there really isn't a solution for it. The only solution I could think of is if the spool itself rotated. That is the only way we could fix this. It's just a problem with this being a bad spool that really should have been thrown away, but I liked the color a bit too much, so I kept it. Like, we were throwing it away because it wasn't a good material to print with, and I saw it, and I was like, that looks really nice. I want it. So I took it. And yeah, it has made some really nice color, but I can't recommend anyone print with it because it's not a good spool. But yeah. Yeah, my favorite method of joining filament is just putting it through the nozzle. You really don't need a filament joiner if your printer has a system that is really good at joining spools together. Yeah, with all the filament poop that printers generate nowadays, it's really not, it's a moot point. What I do with short spools is I use them on my MK4S because it only leaves like this much of filament left when it's done. So I use it on there, let the filament run out, catch it, and then I pop in a new spool if it is a print that I'm totally fine with being multicolor. But for the most part, I only really buy like a handful of colors, so I don't really have to worry too much about my colors not matching. Oh, fair, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, Ken, yeah. I used to be a fan of bamboo printers. I'll never touch them again. And it's mostly because of the support. Bamboo makes good machines. I will admit that. The hardware is good. The software is okay. The support is the worst support I've ever had professionally, ever. Just period. So I had two terrible situations with support. One was me doing my own warranty repair, which was fine. The warranty repair was totally fine. Hey Jeff, welcome. But here's what happened. I had to replace the filament sensor on my Bamboo X1. That's a simple repair, easy. I did it myself. I then realized, oh, it doesn't connect into my board. They made a new revision of a daughter board on the toolhead, and they made no mention of it anywhere. So okay, I have to buy a new daughter board. So I bought a new daughter board. I then got that all installed, and well, okay. Now the LiDAR sensor didn't work because the firmware on the daughter board was incompatible with the LiDAR sensor. Okay, I went and I bought a new LiDAR sensor. Now I'm getting error that the LiDAR is not compatible with the firmware on the main board. And then I realized, I need to buy a new new main board because the daughter board couldn't connect with the main board. I had to replace all the electronics in the toolhead because they revised the electronics after I bought a new filament sensor. What was meant to be a $12 replacement ended up being almost $200 replacement. Because I was out of warranty, they weren't going to send me any of the new parts. But because they made new revisions to the parts, it just wouldn't work. It was, oh my God, I hated it. And then when I bought, this is after I bought a Bamboo A1 and X1. So the A1 had to go through a recall. And so the bamboo heat bed was a huge problem. And it was a fire hazard. So they issued a huge recall on bamboo printers, and I didn't have the original box to send the A1 back in. So I asked their support, mind you, I was in their ticket system. I asked their support, hey, I don't have the original box. Can you send me an A1, put a hold on my account for the, cost of an A1, and then I will send the original one back to you in the box of the new one. And they said, yes, please contact us on TikTok to continue this ticket. I went off on them. No, this was back when TikTok was in a lot of hot water. No way in hell was I ever going to leave the official ticketing system, give my personal information in a third-party application to get a new unit sent to me. I was so ticked off. I was livid, man. I've been working in IT for 10 years. And these guys were literally doing the exact thing that could have gotten me scammed, which was try to point me in the direction of the TikTok account. Now here's the best part. They didn't give me a link. They just told them to contact them on TikTok. I could have contacted anybody on TikTok and got scammed. It was horrible. It was terrible. As painful, biggest pro is also their biggest con. The closed ecosystem is where they don't feel we need to know about changing things. Yep. That is true. But yeah, that was the X1C. It was horrible. I hated it. I hated how they did that. Call it LiDAR. Yeah, it's not even LiDAR. It's not true LiDAR. He's a liar. What? Hi David, welcome. Yeah, it's just this was before I got Prusas, and I couldn't, man. It was such a terrible experience. I cannot, in good faith or good conscience, even though this is my employer here, well, owned by these guys, I cannot ever, in good conscience, ever recommend a bamboo machine because of how deplorable that support experience was. But like, look at what we're doing here right now. This entire project is possible because of how open and friendly Prusa has remained. Because a lot of what Prusa has is downloadable, they had, the MK3 was really open source. We used a ton of the MK3 files to actually design the Prusawire. So now Prusa has become a slightly more closed source, but at the same time, like, this is also somewhat built off the MK4 platform. And you can buy all the parts for this from Prusa. And there's another story that I was not a fan of. So someone had bought a Bamboo P1, and they decided they wanted to upgrade it to an X1E. So they replaced all of the... What the hell, David? It's a sonogram. Yeah, it's a Prusa. Okay. So they upgraded their P1 to an X1 by replacing all the parts, which is totally something that you can do. And they bricked the printer because it was an illegal upgrade, quote unquote illegal upgrade. Because when you buy the printer, you buy a license to that model of printer. You don't own the software on the printer, you own a license to your firmware. Like, what the hell? You don't own your own printer's software? You have to own a license to it? What the hell? It's so shady, dude. It's so shady. Okay, let's get the rods in. Shout out to Printed Solid and David, subsequently, for providing the hardware that we needed. I was able to buy these and get the 10mm rods that are required, along with the... I have to return a couple bearings because I accidentally bought apparently 2 sets. I only meant to buy 1 set of LM10 bearings. But watch this not fit. That'd be really funny. There we go. Just like that. The only upgrade I'm considering is the AMS2 for my P1S because it looks so nice and I want multicolor. No returns for me. Yeah, I make sure to lick all my printer parts as they enter my house. That's how I just assume ownership of everything. Oh, did the XL stop? Oh, no, okay. Just the camera stopped. Okay. So, Prusa has this little thing on their printed parts where you can have, there's a little window. These little squares are windows into the printed part, so you can actually see if you've bottomed out the linear rail, or linear rod, and we copied that for the design here, just in case. Oh, jeez. Okay, this one still feels a little bit taller. I'm trying really hard not to break this printed part. Perfect. I am loving how this is looking so far. Oh man. All right. So let's look at all objects again. All right. So essentially, the bottom half of the printer is done. Now we have to focus on the top half here. So that means we have to focus on the X gantry, which is our next part. Oh, and the spool's stuck again. Okay. So let's take this down. Oh. I ordered the orange cable sleeving, so we'll have Prusa orange cable sleeving, because I'm so excited to show this off. So my friend Carl, or coworker Carl, he's a friend. He gave me his Switchwire kit that he wasn't using anymore, or that he was going to use, which is like a Prusa orange powder coating. This looks so good. And yes, we are using this. So it's gonna look so nice. I'm so excited. All right, we got 2 sets. Uh-oh. Did I just? Oh no. Oh. Oh. This is supposed to be on there. No. Okay, good news. I still have this one. Oh no. Oh. Oh, there's writing in here. Did Jason leave me a secret message? Oh no. That was bound to happen. Careful. Slow and steady. I just got a message immediately from Alan Mandic. I feel like he felt a disturbance in the force, and we're good! Hell yeah! Oh man. You know what? Just for the fact that we just did that, we're using that rail. Oh man, that was stress-inducing. We are using this rail as a testament to our ability to, I guess, do things right? Yeah. Watch this become, that becomes the problem of this build. Not looking forward to that. Okay. You put it on backwards, try again. Nope, we're not. We are not redoing that. I remember my first positron that happened on the z-axis, and it was the first time a linear rail ever fell apart on me. This was a V3 that I had to assemble. And yeah, I lost so many ball bearings, but I had to push through it, and I just slapped it on there, said, alright, good enough, and it worked perfectly fine. But we did replace that rail eventually. That is not depressing. No, it is. It's just not going in. Are you okay on the XZ joints regarding the square nuts? I don't know. We'll find out. If not, I have Prusa square nuts to use. There we go. That was weird. Alright, so let's see here. I don't need to use all of them, but let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so 6. All right, so. Those are not the right size. Cool. All right. These were M5 T-nuts, so now we need M5 screws. Are multi-nozzle heads common, or do people manually print one filament at a time? No, they are not common. That is very much something. Wait. That looks like an M3. Did I put the wrong T-nuts in? Yeah, I did. Multi-nozzle tool heads are not very common. Either tool changers or tool changers are more common. All right, well, I gotta replace all these now because somehow I accidentally put in the wrong ones. I say somehow as though that's a surprise. Let's be real. Yeah, MMU systems are far simpler, but it's also healthy to understand the differences between an AMS and an MMU. MMU actually can do proper multi-material because it's clearing out the nozzle fully. You don't have to purge material out. Whereas a AMS will cut the material just at the tip, so you have to purge all that material out. And typically you can't do dissimilar materials because that can clog the nozzle. You shouldn't really be doing dissimilar materials with a single nozzle setup, but you, depending on how you do it, you still can. It just really depends. Is that an M3? No, that's not an M3. I got some M4s in my M3. Yeah, that's an M4. That's an M3. That's an M4. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm gonna have to create a ticket with KB3D. Okay, those are M3s. That's an M3. That's an M4. Okay. Well, I have enough M3s to actually do the build, but I also have now 4 M4s. For whatever reason. Okay. There we go. It's a rounding error. But why were the M4 T-nuts in the M3 bag? I don't think that was a rounding error. Okay, I need... Where are they? I printed out tools for this. Where did I put them? Here they are. Alright. I will do that once this is all together. Okay, so let's hide this. No heat set inserts needed for that part. Hide this. There are heat set inserts needed for that part. Alright, looks like just 2 heat set inserts are required. Okay. And the rest of them are square nuts. So if we look at this, it looks like they go in here and here. Yep. Okay, so we do that. Same on this side here. Those 2 spots. Hey Kenneth, welcome. Let's put this aside for now. We will get back to that. That rail looks so good. Go. There we go. Now the other side. Oh, go back in there. Surprised to see you live this early? Well, yeah, it's a weekend. I wanted to get some time in on the build, because the more time I can get on the weekend to work on this, that means the more time we have to actually tune and troubleshoot. So I wanted to get some head start time. Okay, so we have a handful of square nuts that have to go in. Safe, I know you sent me files, but I don't have any more of this orange, so I'm not reprinting anything. I'm just going to use T-nuts I have available and just hope they work. For those who bought the KB3D kit, we are revising print files so that the square nuts actually fit. There's just a minor inconsistency with the size of the square nuts that will be fixed. Thankfully, it's something that we can... Safe is gone, by the way? What? No, he's not. He just chatted. How dare you lie to me? But yeah, no, we'll be fixing it. Thankfully, I have some slim square nuts. He said he was leaving? I don't see that message. Alright, there we go. Those are in. Now we gotta do it for this side. I don't remember why I bought a huge bag of these, but I'm glad I did. I say huge bag. This is not that large of a bag of square nuts. I think I bought it because I had to do some replacement parts for things. Prusa related? I don't remember. I did not buy them for this project, but I'm very glad I have them now. Oh, I think I hear the MMU struggling again, so I have to go check on that. Oh, I broke that. No. Oh well. Yep, it's struggling. Right, turn you off so I don't bump into you and melt my face. Alright, what are you trying to grab? Number 2. Why is it not? Alright, that's more filament I have to remove. Do I just cut my losses and cut this spool now? I feel like I probably should. Alright, and yep, caused by winding. This is just going to become more, this is just going to happen more often as the spool comes to the end of itself for this particular spool. Again, this is technically a trash spool. But I am pushing through it because it looks so nice. If this was coming straight off of the actual spool into the printer itself, I wouldn't really be having these problems. But I am torturing myself, and I like the color so much I want to see it on fucking microchip. There's not much of that spool left. Did it really? Okay. I almost got stuck again. Oh, jeez. I don't remember why, but I'm glad I did, yeah. Oh, you're building a sim rig? Yo, that's dope. Wish I had a sim rig. Oh no, there's a blemish on this. I didn't notice the blemish. I'm gonna have to reprint this part. I'm gonna have to bind. Wait, this is the left. Right? Yeah, this is the left. Wait a minute, hold on a second. No, hold on. That's on the right. That goes on the left. Just like that. Oh. A small blemish. I'm gonna have to reprint that part. Damn. Okay. So I need M5. Time to end stream. No, we're gonna keep going. Okay, M5 there. And there. Oop, that did not go in. And M5 here. And here. There we go. Do I need to put them on the back too? Looks like I do. Yes, I do. Yep, there's one right there. Any on the bottom? Nope, okay. So, the back gets them too. Look, I want this to look pristine. It's gonna look pristine. Thankfully, this is a front piece, so I only have to replace these two parts, so that's not that big of a deal. But, damn, yeah, that... Wait, do I have... Wait a minute. Okay, that's a left set. Why did I not use these? Hold on, do I have a right set up here? Hold on. Did I reprint these? I'm looking at... Yeah, I reprinted... Oh, I see why I reprinted them. They didn't stick to the bed too much, but... That looks better. Do I not have another set of them up here? I guess I don't. Well, that's on me. Okay, well, look at that. Guess what? I reprinted them, guys. I just Betty Crockered it. This has a little bit of curling on it, but honestly, if I just hit that with some... Oh. A little is actually a lot. So... No, I can't use that. Okay. Do I totally could just use this. Like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I just used that. No, that squish is too much. It looks bad. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna reprint it, and everything will be okay. Okay, I need M5 bolts. Thankfully, there's really only a handful. It's a bit more than a handful there. Is there a smaller M5 bolt? That's long, that's long. There's a couple short ones right there. M5x10, there's only 5 of these. Wait, what am I supposed to use here? Okay, hold on. M5x10. Why don't I only have 5 of these? Oh, because the back is an M5x8. Okay, so I'm only supposed to use 4 of them, and then I use an M5x8. Okay, that tripped me up for a second. So it's 2 on either side. So 1 in the front. One on the top, which we'll do that last. And then an M5x8 in the back. I know there's some bearings that I have to put in here. I can get them in, no problem. I just want to get this together so I have it together. Yeah, the back M5 is meant to be a M5x8. But that's not threading. Why? What's going on here? Why is that not threading? Well, that's weird. Is that not an M5? Is that an M4? Fucker. That's an M4. Bro. Okay, that's getting annoying. So I have M4s in my M5. Oh yeah, that happened on the other side too. What the fuck? Alright, well... There we go. Now that's fixed. The nuts inserted correctly. It was an M4 T-nut. Because it was in my M5 bag for some reason. mistakes happen, and the way KB3D is doing this, mistakes are just bound to happen. It's not entirely, like, it's on them, but I know if I say, hey, this happened, they'll be like, oh shit, here, new shit. Sorry about that. Like, I know it's not a terrible problem. No, it's just the T-Nuts had a handful of M4s in both the M3 bag and the M5 bag. Not a huge deal. Oh, whoops. Got this swapped up. All right. Now with that done, and the reason I did those first before doing the rest of these is now that that's done, I can actually go ahead in here and we can align this rail to be centered. Okay. So the diameter of these are the same right here. So if I just place them right there, and just to confirm that I am assuming correctly, 2.8, 2.8. Okay, so now this is 2.8 from both sides, which means I can go ahead and pop this in. Like that. Tighten this down. And now this rail is both perfectly centered. Wait, what? Good because you can see the his cog spinning, trying to work out what's wrong. Yeah, you guys do get that entertainment. All right, this fell out of the F5. These are done, so I'm going to put these over here. Okay, there you go. So now this rail is very nicely on there. I'm going to leave these on just to make sure the carriage doesn't fall off, like what happened earlier. Because now that won't come off. Also, that is, I lubricated this already, so it's nice and good to go. All right, so now we can focus on one side at a time. So we'll focus on the right. Okay, there is a lot that goes into this. I say that, but now I'm looking at not all that much. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Ready for the next filament change, sir? The sword is coming along great. Just double check. No issues at all so far. We are 55% done. This will be done Sunday at noon. I'm so nervous about that because it's the first. It's not my first large print on the XL, but it's my first cosplay print on the XL. Okay, so let's look at the bearing stacks here. So I have these bearings here. Are these the same? Yep. So, oh shoot, do I actually have enough? I may have to buy more, because there's only 10 in here. Yeah, I might have to buy more. I don't see another bag of these. Did I really only buy one bag? Apparently so. Okay, and yeah. Wait, these don't look like. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, I need. Okay, so I need another set of those. So. Orders. F623. Huh. Where did I buy these from? These were... Oh, I bought these from KB3D. I didn't buy enough. Right. Okay. How many are these? 20? That should be enough. Alright, cool. Hopefully I can get those in before they're needed, but okay. And then I need, hold on, we're down here. Okay. So where are the shims? Oh wait, oh I can cancel that. I did order enough. I'm just a dunce. Okay, here are the shims. Okay, so I need 2 in the back, 1 in the front. Are these the same? Yeah, they are. Okay. I'll cancel that order later. Okay, let's take this apart. So this, the one that goes through here, let's see, I need M3x30, 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 M3x30. A lot of M3x30s. This is probably where all of them go. Yes, yes it is. Okay, so this is all M3x30s. Okay, beautiful. Because I just took that bag out and put them here. Okay, then we put one here, put a stack there. We put, oop, that fell. Where did that go? Okay, that escaped apparently. Oh, there it is, found it. Okay. Now the next one, it's 2 in the front, so let's get another 3x30. Okay, it's 2 of these. It's 1. 2. Stack. 1. Now if we flip this over, this gets 2 nuts here. I'm using some black oxide ones I have because I want it to stand out. Well, these are not black oxide. They're a black coating. They're not black oxide though. Okay. And those just go together. Just like that. How good would it look if the rail was the same color as the 2020? I honestly wish it was black. But it would look pretty cool. Okay, then 2 more M3x30s. My camera on the XL keeps freezing, so I keep looking back there expecting it to have like failed or something, like horribly. But no, it's still going. It's still good. It's still good. Just let me reset that. There we go. Sorry, Spectre. I don't have any bot commands. Just ask me. The printer I have directly behind me, that's a Core 1. MK4S. On the floor is the XL, and we are making a Prusawire. All right, now it's time for these and for a bag of bearings. All right, so these have little support structures that you can just snip off. You don't need them. You can also just break them with your hands. I am being weird. You don't really need to deburr these. It's nice to deburr them. But yeah, they're just there to help support this piece. If you have an MK4, you should have some rubber pads that I would recommend you use on this, just to help keep the bearings in place. I will be ordering the rubber pads later. This is a very easy assembly to do. And any of the Prusa bearings that come in this blue bag, they are pre-lubricated. But you're going to want to put it into the carriage first, Now make sure that the X pattern is like this. So your bearings are like that. That's what you want to make sure. Then you grab your little carriage here. This is directional. There is a bottom piece. So if you look, you can see that lip on the bottom. So that is on the bottom. Just take it here, and you slide it on, just like that. Okay? And that captures that bearing. Now, the rubber pads, if you get them, they'll prevent the bearing from rolling, which ensures that wear is proper and even across all of the ball bearings inside of this bearing. So keep that in mind. I would highly recommend you get those rubber pads. You can get them from Printed Solid, you can get them from not KB3D, Printed Solid or Prusa directly. They're also just like tiny little rubber pads, so you know they're not specific, they're just rubber. So if you find a rubber pad that fits, that would work just as well. I am loving the black hardware on orange parts right now. This looks so good. I don't know if KB3D definitely didn't plan on this. Black oxide hardware is just normally cheaper than other coatings, but that just looks so good when it's actually done. Massive props to KB3D for their choice. Not that it was really an aesthetic one at all. Alright, and now that those are together, we just take this. It's going to be a bit tight, but now we slide that on. Did that rail move? Maybe this wasn't on all the way. Guess, oh, it wasn't. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix that. Okay, so the back here gets a by 8. We'll loosen that up just a bit because apparently we've got to fix something. No, these are actually LDO drivers. See? LDO. You can get these from KB3D. Okay, so that goes on all the way. Are you on all the way? Looks like you are. Okay, so both of these are on all the way. So now we have to loosen up the rail. Okay, now before we do this, let's make sure that's clamped on. Let's tighten these up so that it doesn't move on us. Okay, there we go. Now, do what we did before. We grab 2 of these guys. Okay, that's too tight. Somehow. This, oh yeah, this one is a Wera. Yeah. My mom got this from a, man, what was the laser? She got a laser that came with it. It was an X tool. She got an X tool. And, it came with that. And I kind of stole it. Okay, so I just have to... This is definitely not a great way to get your rail center, but it works. Just kind of going back and forth until they kind of feel the same. You do not have to go to the level of detail that I'm going. I'm insane. Hey, LTX, come along pretty well so far, though I think our music just stopped for whatever. No, it's still playing. It's just a quiet song. I have to go attend the core one real quick. Almost stepped on it. Yeah. Are you trying to load filament too? Yes, you are. There we go. Loaded. Okay. Yeah, we have to reprint the right side part because there's a blemish, but that's really easy to do. Alright. Now take this off. I'm so happy at how easy this piece comes off, because it means it's so easy to actually get in and do maintenance. Okay. So, alright, once again, so let's flip this over. Okay. Yep, the one that is front, oh, so let's get our M3x30s through first. Where did I put those? Here they are. Okay, M3x30s are through. So we're gonna first on the one here, the front aligned one gets 2 washers. And the back aligned one gets 1. All right, now we get a bearing stack. Okay. And another bearing stack. And then the front aligned one gets 1 last washer, or shim, sorry, these are shim washers. And then the back aligned one gets 2. Just like that. That gets sandwiched. And then 2 hex nuts right into here. That's not all the way in. Ooh. Oh, I hope I didn't break those threads. They'll be fine. Alright, let's do this. There we go. Okay, and then clamp that together. Yep, there we go. That pulled in the nut. All right, now we got another 2 M3x30s. Now we got our next bearing. Line that up. Once again, when using linear rod bearings, in this orientation, you want the actual ball bearings to be oriented here and here. You do not want them here or here. You want them in an X pattern from where all the loads are going to be, so that all the bearings have load evenly distributed. All right. And trim this. Once again, this piece has a lip here. It means it's directional. So this is the back of the bearing, so that it slides on like that. Just like a cartridge. And again, if you have some little rubber pads, you can see little squares etched out. Those are for rubber rectangles that can just go in there, and that will prevent the bearing from rolling while it's in this little socket. And then 4 more and 3x30s. That's 5. I just need 4. You already know them. Cool. Spectre, I think you might be on a delay there, buddy. If you are responding to my my thing about what printers I have. Because I said that a while ago. Oh shit. I'm really nervous about one of these pieces on the XL right now because it's getting really thin at the top. And I'm nervous that it's gonna knock it down. Mind you, that is one of the smallest pieces, so I could easily reprint that on an MK4. But I'm just nervous about it. All right, now we slide that on. Just like that. 3x10 on the top. What? Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, apparently the rail has moved again. It is no longer center again. Welcome back, Moonhowler. You have 3 MK3Ss, 1 is enclosure with a Revo, 1 has MMU, 1 is bare conversion with the Revo. MK4S got turned into Core 1. Nice. Okay, it looks like I have to recenter this rail again, because once again, after we finished doing all of this, yeah, this is now in a different spot, which is weird. Okay. That's fine. It's not like I've been centering this all the time. Okay, it's good. That's perfect. All right, there we go. Now I can take these off. Perfect. That looks so good. I love it. And that is so smooth. All right, we're not done yet. We are far from done. Okay, we got these pieces on the back here that we have to do. So let's flip this over. And let's find that piece. Pretty sure it's this, but this doesn't look like a final piece, because I think I reprinted that because I was not happy with the quality of the print. I also, so that is for a door puller. I printed the parts out for a key back because I have a key back. So I just have to find the part. Where the hell did I put those? Okay, here's another part to it all. This is for... this is for the top. Okay. Okay, hold on. These definitely go together. Okay. Here's another piece. Right. I just realized these sound like glass. That's how good I printed them. Alright, well, I printed that twice. I have parts in places I don't know. Oh man, this is what happens when you let things get a little chaotic on your desk. Learn from my mistakes, chat. Okay, I need to grab... Oh, here's the right one. There we go. Then I think this... That's something. Okay, throw this out before I get confused with it again. Okay, here's the other part of the door back. Or key back. Okay, so that goes together. Okay, I have to go get the key back. Hey Nomad, have a great rest of the stream. Hey, you as well, man. Oh, where did I put... Oh, key back's right here. How do I get this off? Oh, I see. 1 second. I accidentally left the key back on my switch wire, so I have to currently remove that. Nope, wrong one. Is this too large? Nope, that's the right size. Okay. Alright, so yeah, this is the key back. I forgot how aggressive that is. Okay, so... Does it go on the frame? Yeah, I guess it does. Or something. I'll figure that out when I get to it. Let's take this apart. Do you need my assistance? Yeah, you do. Okay. I'm not going to install that just yet, but I do have to get the insets, heat set inserts here. Okay. And then I guess I'll just use some really short M3s, which, hey, look, I got M3x8s right here. This should be appropriate. Let's double check. Let's just make sure. Oh, that is barely enough threads. Do I have... Oh, I have an M3x10. That is more appropriate. We'll just use these from a positron kit. Do you have any tips for the Prusa New Orange PP sheet? No. Yes, actually, I do. Do one whole layer of PETG. Just one layer that covers the entirety of the bed. And then take that off. That helps remove anything left over from the manufacturing process. So do that before you start using it. Okay. So now I need the M3 roll-ins, which I only have 2 left, which might become a problem. It's gonna become a problem. Okay, I can probably steal a couple from my switch wire. Probably. He built the darn thing upside down. Guys, I don't understand what's going on. Actually, that's a lie. I understand exactly what's going on. I do love how I'm like including hardware from so many different kits in here. There's switch wire in here. There's a positron in here. Obviously, there's Prusawire in here. There's Prusa in here. This is such a hodgepodge kit from so many other projects I've had laying around. Okay, so that's for the keyback. That's good. The next thing I need is the guy with the eyebrows. Okay, so here's a problem. I have no more M3 roll-in nuts because there was a mistake and I wasn't provided with enough. So I think that's M4s. Wait, no, these roll-ins. Okay, hold on. I do have some from the switchwire kit. I just have to extract them. How am I gonna do that? 1 second, guys. I do have a couple of this T-nut. I just have to extract it. I just need to. This poor switch wire in this other room is just getting picked apart. That's an M4, from what I can tell. That looks like an M3. Come on. Oh, seriously? It's not wanting to come out because there's a hole on the other side of that extrusion. 1 second. Performing surgery off camera. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't want to see what I'm doing to this thing. This poor switch wire has been through so much. Its organs have been harvested. Poor fucking switch wire, man. Alright, and just to confirm, these are M3s, right? Doctor, we pulled the organs out, but they're incompatible with the recipient. Yep, they are. Okay. There we go. Okay, what the fuck do these use? Okay. Gantry frame buffer. Oh god. M3 by 20s. It's swanky. Do you have any tips for Core 1 PP sheet not on Prusa site? I haven't had one. I have personally only used the glacier plates, which I believe are like the same material. So I don't have any tips. I put those in backwards. I'm gonna fix that. Oh, that was loose this whole time? Oh! Well, that's not good. I just need to undo this one. Please tell me you're not loose. No, you're not. Okay. Go. And then did these all slide out? Yeah, they totally did. Yeah, the only recommendation I know of is to just print one entire layer of PETG. That is the only thing I know. I want to get my hand on some of them and, you know, just print on them. I would like to replace my glacier plates with them, but yeah, that is the only tip I know. I wish I had more info, but yeah, I don't personally have them, so I really don't know. Okay, so pull that out and pop them in. Not, there we go, that's why. Hey, Steven, what's up? All right. There we go. Let's shift this over a bit. Okay. Anything else on here aside from these guys? I don't think so. I think it's time to put this on. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, there is a lot going on here, including... Wait. Oh, where is that? Please tell me I printed that. Oh, yay, I did. Okay. Can I hide the entirety of the self-burner, please? No? Okay. That looks like it gets... Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, so let's just... hide. 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 Just gonna go one by... Oh god, really? I know there's an easier way to do this, but guess what? I don't really have it. Just gonna keep doing this until I chip away at the entire... Motherfucker. No! I just want to hide the stealth burner, but I can't just right-click here and hide the stealth burner. Bro! Fusion Online sucks. Okay, you know what? This is what we're doing. Oh, wait. Oh, really? Okay, hide the stealth burner. Apparently I was using the wrong thing entirely this whole time. Okay, I can hide this because I won't be printing the Pinda. And its related hardware. I will still put in the heat set inserts. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing that all wrong, apparently. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I will hide. Oh, shit. No. No, go away. Okay, there we go. we go. It's heating up. Where's my heat set inserts? Where did I put those? Here they are. I wouldn't know I use Blender. I mean, hey, honestly, Blender's pretty good. In comparison to this, oh boy. What do you think of BQ V2X? I have no idea what a BQ V2X even is. So I cannot give an opinion on it. Yeah, heat set inserts into plastic isn't bad. I use this 1x2x3 block to make sure I have them flush. And I have this Frax arm here that helps me keep it straight up and down. And together, it's a solid combo. Like, I can't complain about the results that that thing gives. It is great. Especially into ASA glass fiber like this. It's phenomenal. I'm happy with this. Okay, now... Okay. This gets a handful of screws. So what is that? That is an M3x25 SHCS. Okay. So M3x25... Where are you? M3x20, M3x12s. I think you're still in the bag. Here they are, M3x25s. So I need 4 of these. Flip this over. Now, let's see here. Okay, this goes like that. I would recommend you check out the Frax arm. This is great. Mine's a little bit tilted because of a minor issue, but it stays straight enough for me to use it. All right, so that's on there now. So now this. So let's go back here. Extra carriage left and right. Okay. So, oh boy, this is gonna get pretty busy pretty quick. Okay, so we got heat set insert in the front. On the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then hex nuts here. So let's do the hex nuts first, since that's gonna be the easiest. I like to put the hex nuts on just a tiny driver like this, and align them up and just push them in. The screw will pull them down as far as they have to go. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Oh, there's another one. Okay, now let's check the other side. Nope, those are all socket heads. Okay. Check here. Nope. Here. Nope. Okay. So the rest of these are heat set inserts. Do I have to put heat sets on the other side of this? No, it does not look like it. Whatever block that goes in there. Let me see. Does a block go in there? Am I just crazy? No, it's an orange piece. So I guess I'll repeat the question. Am I going crazy? I have these. That doesn't necessarily look right, though. I mean, actually, that does look correct, but I thought I did this in orange. Is it because I was running low on Prusa orange? Or I'm just not seeing it because it's covered with a ton of stuff. So these will be for later. I don't... Oh no, those are individual blocks. I printed them in glass fiber. Why? Okay, well I did. I don't know why I did. I also printed the apex clips in ASA glass fiber. Okay. Just coming to terms with decisions I made in the past, it seems. Very odd decisions. Don't know why I did that way, but I did. I'll look into whether or not those get inserts later. Jump dedicated workplace on what? Jump dedicated workplace in on my floor. Oh, you guys are having a conversation I didn't notice. Never try that set. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, so... There we go. So we'll do the two on the side first. I'll be able to use this mount for other things, if I so wish. Again, I'm not using it for a Pinda, because I enjoy my sanity. I do not wish to deal with Pinda. I'm sure I could probably hone it in, but I prefer... Oh, that did not... Okay. I prefer nozzle tap. Okay, there we go. Now, there and there. Good enough. Come back here. Oh, didn't realize that you had a problem. Oh, you're having a problem with white now. That's different. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's it for this side. Now, this side, let's see. Just the two. Yep. Okay. This is a weirdly shaped piece, so using my 1x2x3 block to kind of act as a little heat insert jig. Okay, there we go. Push that aside. Don't know if I'll need it again for a bit. Okay, let's see here. So what... You guys definitely have heat set inserts in you. So let's get those in. At least, right? Yes. Okay, they most definitely do. Okay. So, we need two. Alright, I can already tell that this is going to be a moderately difficult assembly. But we should be able to get through it together. Oh, melted a tiny bit of ASA on that one. Alright, we're good. Okay. So, we'll put those in later. First, let's get this clamped together. So, if we rotate the camera over to here, that is a M3x40. so we need 2 of these. I think we're gonna have more of these though. So I think that these are going to be used for tensioning. Hey, robot, welcome. Honestly, I was nervous about the rigidity of like how far we had to push this off of the block, but now that I'm actually like putting this together, it's pretty good. It feels really sturdy. Okay, and then 3 more M3x40s. Where did I put that back? Here? Nope. Oh. At least that is 3, right? Yes. Yes, yes it is. Okay. Now, so these go in with their dots facing outward. Okay. All right. That's tight. I don't like how tight that is. But that is likely a problem with my filament. And general expansion of the part. Do these get inserts on the other side? No, but I feel like they should. No, they don't. Okay, let's first put this one in. Because this clamps the whole thing together. Go. Now, this goes all the way through. Oh, geez. Caught it. Alright, the tensioners work. Yep, okay, they work. That's a clever design. I like it. My only concern is that since there's nothing gripping there, it is possible for the screw to just back out instead of actually tension, but we'll see how that works when we actually get to it. I like it. I wish I had printed those in orange, but I don't know why I didn't. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay. You can turn off now. Thank you. Now let's put this into the block. So this is M3 by 12. Oh, sorry, no, we need these. M3 by 14s. Okay, M3 by 14s. Where did I... It's M3 by 12s. Are they still in here? M3 by 16s right there. 3 by 8. Here they are. M3 by 14s. Go. It's pretty impressive. Happy with that. And now the stealth changer, or the stealth changer, the toolhead just kind of goes onto that. But not quite yet. So, okay. Does that... What? Does that just... Yeah, that just goes straight into plastic. Okay, what are you? You are M3 by 12. Okay. We have those, right? Yes. No. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so 2 of these. These are just hook points for the toolhead itself. Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta take this apart. I really didn't want to take this apart, but I gotta take it apart. Yeah, this whole thing has to come apart. Okay. I forgot how involved this part of the process is. Okay. Core 1 needs assistance. I'll do that once I get this bolt in. Okay, and then 2 M3 by 12s go just right in there. Wait, what happened to my M3 by 12s? Oh. Okay, let me take care of the core 1. Alright, filament 2 is stuck. Duh. Are you trying to use filament 2? Yes. Okay, you are. Let's see if we can help you get past that little spot. There we go. Okay. Where did I... Where's the driver I was using? Yep. Where? The black and green driver. Where did I just put that? It's right here. This fellow building drones to... No. That is not the type of channel that we do. However, Slava Ukraine. Klana, however I said it. It's been a while. We are building what's called a Prusawire. It's a 3D printer that I helped, or I came up with, and Ella Fox designed. We came up with the original concept, and she refined it very heavily into what you see right now. Someone probably knew that I had to take apart this stealth burner to do this part and said nothing. I wouldn't be surprised. There we go. That is now on there. Now we bring in the tool head. Okay. That is not aligning. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Ungy Bungy, I think you're on the wrong channel, friend. This is a 3D printer. Oh, that's the wrong length screw. Go. Gotta make sure that those pins line up. Come on. There we go. Okay. This modification for a Prusawire is exclusively to reuse parts of a Prusa. There's really, unless you have the parts of a Prusa laying around, there's really no significant benefit to actually doing this. This is purely a project printer for the sake of a project printer. It's not like you can upgrade an MK3 to a Prusawire, you can upgrade an MK4 to a Prusawire, but it is really just like, hey, I have the leftover parts of a, say, MK4S to Core 1 upgrade, and I want to use my Core 1 to, you know, experiment in the hobby of 3D printing. And that's what this is meant to be. It is not really meant to be a contender of either. It is really just like, hey, I got all these parts left over. Let me do something cool. And that is not threading. Oh wait, there we go. Again, Unibungee, not the channel for that. Do what you want with a 3D printer. That is up to you and the laws at which that resides. I would request that we avoid the discussion of such items, as I would rather my channel remain monetized. That's going to be your first and final warning, bud. I really don't want to have my channel flagged for anything. As I mentioned, we are not that type of channel. There we go. Now, we gotta get this onto here. Not a fan of that hole positioning. Do they have it so that the cable comes out the other side? I mean, I guess I could. That is a valid route for it to go. Ow. That's right into my chest. Anyone have a good trick to clean extruder gears besides just taking a brush to them? Mine are really hard. Yeah, I would say toothpaste and isopropyl. Yeah, what Robin says. That should work. Okay, so I gotta take this cable and we're gonna route it in a different path. I just don't want to take apart this extruder. So, okay, there we go. So now, how do I get it to the other side without taking all this apart? That is certainly a question. And I gotta be very gentle not to break that. I think I'm gonna first just try fold this in on itself without pinching the cable. And then just pulling that through. Okay, that looks like it worked. Okay. So now, does this come with some self-tapping screws? Comes with a new cable, comes with PZ. Yeah, this does have some screws, but they're not self-tapping. But they're screws nonetheless, and we shall use them. And then we have a spare cable, and cool, okay. So let's get this wired up. Okay, I gotta find which one of these is the right size. Oh, hey, look at that, perfect. Okay. That, I don't like that at all, but that is where it goes. Yeah, I don't like how that's just there. Trying to see if there is a better route for that. But any other route, we're gonna have issues. So as of right now, that's just the best route we have to work with right now. What is the neatest thing you have printed that you find useful in your day-to-day? Ow. This frax arm. This is just a heat set insert press, and it is been really, really useful, especially during this build. Okay, so let's zoom out. We now have the stealth burner on the gantry. So let's go ahead and get this on the gantry. So let's clear the workbench at least a bit. We have apparently accumulated many more parts during that process. Guys, we're supposed to be getting rid of parts. What's going on here? Okay. That looks awesome. I'm very, very happy with this. All right, let's get this off to the side. We're about to get to a photo point, and I think a stopping point, at least for now, because I'm hungry and I want dinner. Okay. I need to check these out. Oh, did the music stop? Yeah, it did. It signed me out. Wow. Alright, well, cool. Thanks for signing me out. Why did it do that? Yeah, so what we're gonna do, guys, is, essentially, we're gonna do a filament giveaway tonight, but, this stream is actually going to, we're gonna pause the stream in a bit here, and by pause, I mean I will end this current stream, and then later tonight, after I've eaten, we will come back to the stream, and we'll do a filament giveaway on that. But let's get this tool head on here. All right. Sorry, Robin. But Nomad needs food. Oh, really? Is it? You know what? I can just... There we go. Like a door. Uh-oh. Okay, so... Oh, that's not the large one. This is. Good news, I can just do this real quick. Bad news is I can't do that after I get this adjusted. Okay, so now that is in there. So here's a fun problem. That screw in the back, I can't tighten once this is on here. So I kind of have to find the center of these two right now. Fun. So I think that's about right. Yep. All right, so we're going to take this over here. We're going to tighten up the back. All right, now that is not all the way down. Now we're all greased up, so that's fun. Okay, there we go, that's down. And that is as well, okay. Yeah, definitely needs a little bit of de-racking, but hey, that's part of the whole process. And then these guys, oh, other way around, will be going up here. Yes, that is correct, LTX. We're going to take a break, come back later tonight with a part 2 stream. Because I need food. I need food. Wow, look at this. I'm going to take a photo real quick. I just lost half the stickers on my desk. Let me tilt this back for you guys. Look at that. That is so good. We give away 1 kilogram every stream. But yeah, oh my god, that looks so good. Well, I say every stream, but today's an exception because I have 3 spools I get to give away every week. I normally stream 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, we're going to take a break, come back later, and then continue this. But yeah, I feel like I need to reprint these. These don't look that great, but that's an easy reprint. So far that's 3 parts we have to reprint, but I have to go buy more Prusa Orange ASA. This is going to go here because that's appropriate. And then I'll move that somewhere else. But yeah, no, not 2 spools, just 1. All right, I'm gonna cut it here, guys. We'll be back in a couple hours, and then we'll be burning some midnight oil to hopefully get this done tonight. And then the next 2 weeks we can work on actually tuning it, and refining it so that it actually works. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to be subscribed and have notifications turned on for when we come back. But yeah, we'll be back.